Okay, everyone, we're now going to get going, on our final multiplying problem, which if you notice, this one looks a little bit different than the last one. In this one, we have a trinomial multiplied to a binomial. In the previous example, we had a binomial multiplied to a trinomial. Okay, but don't you guys worry. We are doing the same exact thing. Okay, I'm going to start with my first term and multiply it to every single term in my second parenthesis. Then I'm going to go to my next term and multiply it to every single term in my second parenthesis. Then I'm going to go to my last term and multiply it to each of these terms in my final parenthesis. Okay, so it's the same thing as before. Don't overthink it. Okay, so if you feel good about example 9, I encourage you to try example 10 on your own. Fast forward to the end and see if you get it right. Otherwise, follow along with Miss Long. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first term, which my first term is a 2x squared. Remember, if it helps you, if you see any variables without exponents, there secretly is a 1 there. Also, if you don't see any coefficients or numbers in front of variables, there's also secretly a 1 there. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 2x squared, and I'm going to multiply it to both terms. Okay, so 2x squared times x, well, 2 times 1 is 2. X squared times x, well, 2 plus 1 is 3. So it'd be 2x to the third. Okay, then 2x squared times 5, well, 2 times 5 is 10. I don't have anything to combine my x squared to, so I'm going to leave it as x squared. Okay, moving on to my next term. So negative 3x, I'm going to multiply it to both terms. Look at that. Okay, so negative 3x times x, well, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. X times x, well, 1 plus 1 is 2, so negative 3x squared. Okay, and negative 3x times 5, well, negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. I don't have anything to combine the x to, so I'm going to bring on down that x, so negative 15x. Okay, and then my final terms. I'm going to take the 1 and multiply it to both terms. So I know it's getting a little busy, but that's all we're doing, okay? So 1 times x, well, 1 times 1 is 1. And then I don't have anything to combine the x to, so I'm going to bring on down my x. 1 times 5 is 5. And then guess what, you guys? After that, we just combine our like terms. Okay, so I'm going to start with my highest exponent, which my highest exponent is 2x to the third. And I don't have anything to combine my 2x to the third to. So I'm just going to bring it on down. Bring it on down. My next highest exponent that I spot in the problem would be my x squared. Okay, so I have a 10x squared and I have a negative 3x squared. Okay, so 10 minus 3 is 7, positive 7, and I'm just going to bring on down that x squared. Don't touch the exponents. Don't touch them. I know the demon cats are telling you to do things with your exponents. Don't listen to them. Okay. Now the next highest exponent I see in my problem is the next to the first power. So I have this negative, I used that color, Miss Long, jeez. I have negative 15x and a positive 1x, which negative 15 plus 1 is a negative 14. And I just bring on down that x. And my final number that I'm trying to combine like terms with is the 5, which I don't have any other terms that don't contain a variable. So the 5 doesn't have a like term. It's all by itself, poor old 5. But I'm just going to bring on down that plus 5. So guess what, you guys? This would be my final answer. Well, I had a blast multiplying these polynomials with you. Now we need to move on to some polynomial division. So get pumped up. Yeah.